digital radio.
Worldwide at xfm.co.uk.
This is XFM.
Joe Cornish, could you name the lead singer of Razorlight?
Sure. I could. Yeah, I could.
If you knew it.
Why are you asking?
I'm just wondering.
Do you want me to name him?
Yeah, go on.
Johnny Slash.
Johnny Slash.
Yeah, Johnny Slash.
Johnny is right though, I think, isn't it?
Runtle Thrum
Is
is
the
the bass.
drummer.
He's the bass player. I thought.
No, that's Monty Thrum.
Yeah.
They're brothers.
Okay. And Steve Get Off is I don't know. He's just a friend of theirs.
Double-barreled name.
Next question.
Is he posh?
Yeah.
Steve Get Off.
Yeah, he's very aggressive. He's very spiky guy. Why are you asking me this?
Just checking your pop knowledge.
I know everything about indie rock. I'm an XFM DJ.
Who's the most happening MySpace band at the moment?
Oh, Krusty P.
Krusty P.
Yeah, Krusty P.
Is he a rapper?
Get Yesterday. What? Is he a rapper?
Yeah.
Well, a rapper? What is that? Stop using 90s terminology.
What's the current term?
He's a word... Yeah, those noises are part of it.
Right. He's a word...
Yeah. God, you live on the street like me.
I don't know what's
Next
going on
question.
at all.
No, you're in the past, Grandad. You know?
Yeah.
It's 1989. Get with the program.
What's the big festival this weekend?
Oh, yeah. It's like Smack in the Park.
Smack in the
Yeah,
park.
it's just for. It's not that sort of smack. It's just for mums and toddlers.
Exactly. It's
Just
like
shut up. Smack. It's just legal to smack your kids. And most mums are underage these
I
days.
don't think it is legal to smack your
No,
kid.
in this festival.
Oh, in
They've
this
got
festival.
special jurisdiction in this festival. And most mums these days are under 14, so they're into pop music. And they just bring their toddlers, and it's fine to smack them. Shut! Like that. It goes on for 17 hours. People camp and everything.
Smack in the park.
It's brilliant. It's
Well-
sponsored by Pampers. That's not true, legal fans.
Yeah.
XFM.
That was the Magic Numbers with Love Me Like You. This is Adam and Joe on XFM. I tried to make friends with the Magic Numbers, you know.
Did you?
Yeah, I met them in Edinburgh when I was doing my show last year.
What was your make friends tactic?
Put my arm around one of them.
Without introducing yourself first?
No, they came to see my show. Well, at least two of them did.
Right.
The hairier of the two men.
Yeah.
And the girl with a lot of small, sharp teeth.
And you talked to them before you tried to hug them.
Yeah, they were really nice. We got on very well.
So what went wrong?
They never called me back. They gave me their magic numbers.
Did they?
Yeah, and they were wrong, I guess, or they were
Wow.
just trying to
Are
fob me
they
off.
probably weren't the magic numbers then.
I don't think they were.
They gave you the wrong number. They were the wrong numbers.
Maybe they were the wrong numbers.
There you go.
Okay.
Love me like you. Love me as much as you love yourself. That's impossible. You know, that's just too much to ask, isn't it? I'm never going to love anybody as much as I love
You
myself.
can't conceive of that level
No.
of selflessness.
Come on. I mean, please, get realistic.
Anyway, listen, competition time.
Competition time. You could win a DVD or tickets to a show. You just never know. So sharpen up your brain and get ready to play.
And it's celebrity regression this week,
I
Joe.
love this competition.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it's exciting. I don't have to do any work. B, I like the silly voices and the fart noises. And D, I don't know, I'm just a bit thick.
Okay, good.
So let me explain the competition.
Yeah.
Adam is going to now be regressed into the mind and movies of a Hollywood film star. You have to listen to his hypnotisized descriptions of what's happening around him and figure out the name of the star and the name of all three films.
Correct.
You must name all three films and the name of the star.
Say
All
that
right.
again backwards.
Let's ring the regression bell. Create an atmosphere of clinical calm in the studio. A new age atmosphere, an environmentally friendly atmosphere of moonstones and tarot cards and pyramids. And we'll regress Adam now, taking a deep breath, going all the way back into the mind of this Hollywood star. Now, Adam, wake up in the first film. Tell us what you can see.
Oh, I'm in a large outdoor environment. It's olden times, big ships, lot of people, swords. I love swords, swishing, swashing, buckling. It's pure cinema, isn't it? So I wonder why it's not at all exciting. Don't know. Maybe it's just me sucking all the excitement out of it with my face and my total lack of charisma. Something to think about, I suppose.
There we go, that's the first film. Adam's now fallen unconscious. Let's go to movie number 2. Adam, wake up, tell us what you can see.
Ooh, I'm in another large outdoor environment. Lots of people again. Swords. I've got a bow and arrow this time. It's a bit more exciting than before, although I'm doing my best to suck out all the excitement again with my face. Goblins.
Goblins? That's film number 2. Here's the final film. Adam, wake up, tell us what you can see.
Ooh, I'm in a large outdoor environment. Lot of people. Swords. I've got a sword again, which is nice. Not exciting again, though, I'm afraid. My character has the same name as an American lady who's made an entire career out of being stupid and performing fellatio. No, it's not Courtney. It's different.
There he goes. That's extraordinary stuff. Fellatio? I don't even know what that is. Adam's going to remain in a hypnotised state until someone calls, announces the names of the 3 films and the star, and puts him out of his regressed state.
This is XFM.
You join us in the middle of celebrity regression. Adam's been regressed into the mind and movies of a famous Hollywood celebrity. We've got a caller on the line who thinks they know the name of the celebrity and the name of the movies. Hello, Damien.
Hello?
How are you doing?
Fine, thanks.
Are you Damien Omen too?
No,
No, good. Pleased to hear it. You sound a bit angry, Damien. Is everything okay today?
it's mostly good.
Mostly good. That's a very good answer, a realistic answer. You're a realistic man. Now, Adam is obviously regressed. Have you heard this feature before, Damien?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, and you know that it's a clinical condition and that if you get the answer wrong, you might damage his brain.
Very-
Did you hear that?
Yes.
Did you hear that noise? What does that make you feel? Did you hear that one? What is
quite
that?
frightening.
It is frightening, isn't it, Damien?
Yeah.
It's chilling stuff. So listen, when I say go, tell me the name of the actor and we'll see whether you're right. Go.
Orlando Bloom.
Oh, that's
fantastic.
amazing. You were correct. And did you know the movies, Damien?
Yeah. Pirates of the Caribbean was the first one.
That's right.
Correct.
It was Curse of the Black Pearl, and of course, I imagine you identified that because of the ships. That was really the only clue that I put in there. The ships and the swords. What was the next one?
I think that was Lord of the Rings.
Correct.
That's correct.
Well,
also subtitled Curse of the Black Pearl.
it could have been
Not
any
many
of
people
the.
know that.
Could have been any of the Rings trilogy. There, of course, the Bloomer played Legoland, the huge Lego man. And what was the final film?
Troy.
Troy.
Ah,
Well
you said
done.
that well, man. You should do trailers.
Yeah, you sounded
Troy.
appropriately bored. Troy.
Did you like any of those films, Damien? Did you see any of those films?
Troy was very boring.
Did you see Lord of the Fellowship of the Rings?
I think so. At least they're all one big long film. It's kind of confusing.
A big CGI mulch.
And do you remember the name of going back to Troy for a second, do you remember the name of the character he played in there? I imagine you got
No.
my clue. He played Paris, you see, hence my Paris Hilton clue.
That was a brilliant clue. That was a
brilliant.
very funny celebrity regression. Do you think Orlando Bloom is a good actor then, Damien?
I should think the girls like him, but otherwise he's pretty dull.
A lot of people think he's very wooden. That seems to be the popular opinion.
You know what I think a better name for him would be? Marlon Blando.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
What about Orlando Bloomin' Rubbish?
They're nice!
Yeah, kapow. What do you think of that, Damien?
I think that's exciting.
That's for Orlando Bloom in his place.
Yeah.
Oh, listeners, I've just spilled a little bit of a smoothie on the work surface. It looks like the blood of some sort of little alien. That's disgusting. It looks like hemoglobin.
Looks like the blood of Ant and Dec.
That's gonna
Maybe
stay
that's
there
why it's
forever.
called PJ.
Oh, I'm going to lick it off this piece of paper.
Can you get Duncan as well?
This is Adam and Joe, XFM, London's 104.9.
Hey Joe, I was in the supermarket the other day and the woman behind me, she was talking to her friend on her mobile and she was planning an afternoon's drinking fun. It was the
Oh, that's
weekend.
exciting.
It was a nice hot
Yeah.
weekend. And at one point she was talking about what kind of booze to bring over, and she said, completely irony-free as far as I could tell, I think it's Pimm's o'clock, don't you? I just thought, like, is she... I mean, she didn't say it in, like, a jokey way, but then it made me think, like, whether I've ever used a catchphrase like that myself, because as soon as you start using the tagline from an advert, where even if you think you're doing it in a funny way...
They've got you.
They've got you.
They've got you. They've won.
Exactly.
The evils have won.
Job done. You're the final...
Job done?
Yeah.
That's probably a catchphrase from, say, Juicens or some sort of equipment hire shop.
You reckon?
Pop down to Juicens. Job done. You've been got.
Yeah.
Go on, say something else. That's a catchphrase. No, it's not. Well, that's nearly Mattison's backwards.
Have you ever used an advertising catchphrase like that?
I don't know. I use them brilliantly, ironically.
Yeah.
But probably never knowingly, because I'm much too clever.
What's up? I suppose that was a...
Well, it was fun. It's fun to use that sort of thing the moment they become really sickening, isn't it?
Yeah.
Don't use them while they're still fashionable, but the moment they become really sickening, then go in there with them.
That
sort of thing. Yeah.
But no one ever used that one, seriously. Obviously, that one was the deliberately funny one. I mean, most of them are. But it's depressing, isn't it, to think that advertising is actually more effective than you give it credit for in those moments. Sometimes you sort of think, what's the point? You know, they're not getting through to anyone. But then if you're in a queue and someone's saying it's Pimm's o'clock, that's pretty categorical proof that they are getting through.
You know, I would have tried to go to her party and have some Pimm's. You know, stalking people or being a spy would be very easy in this day and age, wouldn't it?
Why?
Well, because everyone just walks around announcing their plans on their mobile phone.
Right.
A number of times I've heard exactly who is going to the cinema when,
Yeah.
what they're seeing, when they're getting there, and thought, well, I'll just pop along. I've got the information just to insinuate myself into that woman's social circle. Judy? Hello? Yeah, it's me. We had plans to go to the cinema. They'd be so polite. They'd have to let you come along.
Right.
That's possible, isn't it?
That's a good idea for a film.
Yeah, I could have James Belushi in it.
You could call it The Overhearer.
Yeah, Overhearer. That's good.
Or Overhear.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, I'm gonna write that film.
Okay.
XFM.
Adam, you've been having cab problems, I hear.
Oh, just, mini cab problems. There was a few jobs I had to do the other day that were across town, and the people I was working for sent a car for me. And I don't know about you, but my heart always sinks as soon as you have to take a minicab anywhere. Because unlike a black cab, you don't have that separation from the driver, you know? The nice thing about the black cab is you've got the windows there. I mean, sometimes they'll draw back the window, lean back and start to make conversation.
Yeah, but if you don't want to talk, you can slide across the glass, switch the thing off, and you're in your own little pod.
Exactly.
But not in a minicab.
No.
No, so what happens? What makes you upset?
Well, it's almost always the same when I get in a minicab. I don't take them very often, but every time I do, first thing that happens is I get in, driver turns around and goes, "So, where are we going?" And, the car's been sent by someone else for me.
Right.
So I'm saying, well, I don't know. Did you not get given that information? Nope. So you sit there, they have to radio through, they get the information, and then what happened to me the other day was the guy punches all the information into his sat-nav box, and there was some discrepancy between the postcode of the address he'd got and the postcode in the sat-nav. So his brain just melted, and he was saying, like, "Oh, the postcode is different. Are you sure? There's no such place. The sat-nav says there's no such place." So he radios the guy at the place, and the guy's saying, "Yeah, it's definitely there. It's definitely the place the sat-nav is telling you is the right place. Just go there." The guy's saying, "Yeah, but the postcode's different," so the bloke just got really angry with him eventually, and just said, "Look, just use your map then if you don't want to trust the sat-nav." But he didn't want to use his map.
No, can't use the map.
Why not? Why can't
Well, because of the sat-nav.
Exactly.
It's a computer. It's much more fun. Who wants to look at a piece of paper when you can look at a little telly?
He was freaking me out, and I was sitting there. I was getting angrier and angrier, just thinking, when are we going to move? It's not too much to ask for the guy to actually know where he's going.
Oh, he hadn't gone anywhere yet.
No, we weren't moving.
He was idling in the street.
He was idling in the street.
Oh.
It was really hot. He was playing bad music very loudly, and I was just having a miserable time. Eventually I said, "How are we getting on there?" Trying not to sound too confrontational.
That's very polite.
Yeah.
How are we getting on there?
How are we getting on there with the driving to the place
And
problem?
he said...
And he just sort of grunted at me, and then I said, hey, do you want me to give you a hand? And then he got quite narky. And he turned around and he said, look, let me just do my job, okay?
Quite right.
So at that point, I thought I'll be within my rights to get a bit narky back. I said, well, it doesn't look as if you are doing your job.
Oh, that's provocative.
That's the problem I've got, my friend.
That's
I didn't say my friend. Yeah, you reckon that's...
Yeah, that's provocative.
That's getting provocative.
Yeah.
And then...
I'd have had you out of the cab.
So then I said, look, the place is showing up on your sat-nav box. Why don't you just go there? Because the postcode is different. Well, it's the right road. Your boss has told you it's the right road. Just go there. Why don't you give me the A to Z? I'll guide you. Okay? How about that? He's like, fine, take it. So he gives me the A to Z. I say, all right, you need to get on the A3 or whatever. He's like, I don't know where the A3 is. And at that point...
he's called your bluff now, you see.
I'm freaking out. I said, you've never been to the A3? Have you never done this before? And he said, no, it's my first day. Oh, I felt really bad.
That's bad. Shame on you, Adam Buxton.
Yeah, but he was being a jerk. But I did feel really bad.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I guided him with the A to Z, and we became a team.
Oh, that's nice. So it was a bit like the film Midnight Run. Charles Grodin and Robert De Niro. You started out cantankerous, complaining about each other, handcuffed, unified inseparably by the cab. By the time you got there, you were pals.
I kissed him.
With a hilarious kind of gritty, combative relationship.
I said, as I got out, I said, hope your day goes better than it has so far.
Brilliant. We might get some of that dialogue punched up before we put it on the big screen. Stormbreaker's out at the cinema. Do you know what Stormbreaker is, Adam?
I do. It's all I know about Stormbreaker is that the posters use that unpleasant colour combination of kind of pathetic orange and stupid blue, which I don't enjoy.
Are they proper colours? Pathetic orange and stupid blue?
Yeah, they are.
I've never known anyone to be angry about colours.
The other thing I know about Breaker is that Jimmy Carr is in it.
It's been out for a week now, I think, but a lot of British movie stars are in it. Ewan McGregor, Stephen Fry, all the trimmings, all the fellas. I haven't seen it yet, but I wonder if it's any good. Do you think it's any good?
You sound as if you're limbering up to voice some prejudices.
No, I'm not, but I saw the trailer, and the trailer had this funny thing in it where they've obviously got Ewan McGregor in it, and they've got him in it in a scene where he's driving a car, but I don't think they've had him for more than a day.
No.
So they've got him in the car driving up and down the road. In the trailer, they cut to that car on that road about 3 different times.
Yes.
As if he's a major star in it. And I just wonder whether he's in it that much.
Well, they did the same sort of thing with Jimmy Carr in another film that Jimmy Carr popped up very briefly in, but he was heavily edited into the trails.
He's in Ant and Dec's Alien Autopsy.
Jimmy?
Yeah, Jimmy's in that.
But he was in...
I don't think he reads the scripts.
He was in the Peter Sellers one.
Right, yeah, I forget what that one was called. And he was
featured fairly heavily in the trail for that, I think. The Life and Times of...
Are you going to be seeing Stormbreaker?
No.
Why not? It's a new British Bond.
Well, but it's not so much Bond as, like, Cody Banks,
Bond.
Is it?
Yeah, Cody Banks.
That doesn't sound good at all. Why would I want to see that?
Because, I don't know. I don't know why anyone would want to see it, but I'm going to go and see it.
Are you?
I think it's exciting. I want to see how much Ewan McGregor is actually in it. It's tricky because the lead actor in it is like 14, right? Which is always a tricky one because when you're at that age, your looks change instantly, don't they? It's a very mercurial age. One minute your voice is high, next minute it's broken. Your skin's perfect one day, you wake up, you're like a pizza the next day.
That's right.
Your hair's all fluffy and lovely one day, next day it's all greasy and disgusting. That's what happened to me anyway.
Yeah.
Your arms grow at different lengths. One nostril's huge, the other one's tiny. Ears are flopping all over the place, teeth are coming out at all angles.
Your feet get huge claws.
Exactly. It's like sort of turning into a monster.
You can float.
So it's always interesting when people make movies with kids at that age because they turn up doing interviews and stuff.
Right.
And suddenly they look completely different from what they do in the film.
Yeah.
Like Haley Joel Osment.
Osment.
Is that what his name is? Yeah. Osment. He made a film called Regarding Lions.
Oh, yeah.
Did he? It wasn't called Regarding Lions, but it should have been. And they made it while his voice was breaking, and he's really odd in that. He's kind of like a mutant. Half child, half man. Very odd.
I can't wait for Stormbringer now. You've really sold it to me.
Breaker. Stormbringer, Breaker, I don't know.
XFM. This is XFM.
Now we have a caller on the line who wants to request a classic number. It's Ellie. Are you there, Ellie?
I am. Hello.
Ellie, you sound as if you're surrounded by many tiny children.
I am. I'm in a playground, so there are lots of little kids around.
And are you going to request a song that's appropriate for that scenario?
I am indeed. I'd like Family Affair by Sly and the Family Stone, please.
That's very good, because it sounds like it's a bit of a family affair where you are.
It is indeed, it is indeed.
I must say, Joe, when we first started on the radio, I didn't think you were that good, to be honest.
But now I said that.
You've grown into a truly amusing, entertaining presenter.
Thanks a lot. Well, from one family affair to another family affair. The one by Sly and the Family. Oh dear. Listen, we're a bit tired here, Eddie. Thanks a lot for calling.
Thanks for calling.
Have a great afternoon. Here is Sly and the Family Stone.
This is XFM.
That's right, Mick Rock live from New York, yeah.
I once saw David Bowie on a train, and he was riding from one place to another. Here's the Gene Genie.
XFM. 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 XFM.